Hey there, future professionals. Welcome to Employability Plus, the channel where you'll find everything you need to build the skills that get you hired.
Hello friends, welcome to Employability Plus channel. In today's session, we are going to discuss how to create a dummy dataset in Excel. So when I say dummy database, why it is important? What it is? A database which is fictional, which is simulated, which is not having real information. Why would we create? Why do we need to create a dummy database? If you are learning at home, or if you want to practice what your learnings, you need to have a database. Although you could find some of the dummy database which are available in various websites, you don't need to search for those databases. You can create your own database at your convenience, and the data ranges you can set, right? Instead of downloading data which are already available in the website, which is not customized to your requirement. Here, in this case, you are going to customize the database which you wanted. Basically, you are going to create your own database with own fields which you want, and then you can start, you can start doing analysis and learn, right? So today we are going to have a sales database which we are going to create from the scratch using various, functions in Excel. It's going to be a unique database which you yourself have created. So you can be very proud of that you have created your own database for analysis. And going to make it very simple to you. If you pay attention, it will be very simple way. I'm going to explain you how to create, a simple, I'm saying a random database in Excel. Before that, before that, let's understand the fields like sales order ID, customer ID, product ID, quantity sold, unit price, total sales value, sales date. These are the fields which we are planning to, intend to create on our own, which we may use it for further analysis. And as I said earlier, this is going to be a unique database within your requirements. Okay, it's going to be customized based on your requirements, and you are not going to download from any other source. You are going to create your own database. That is how it is. I hope it sounds great, right? Let's begin. It's creating a sales order ID. For sales order ID, we are going to use a function called ran between. Okay, the ran between function is going to be like this, equal to, because sales order ID can be a what? It can be a numerical one. We can have a numerical. We can either have it as an alphanumeric also, but assume that we want to have it as a numeric ID for sales order ID. So let's say uh, between 1000 to 8000 we are going to generate number sales order ID, right? So equal to ran between, we can say 1000 comma 8000. So now when you drag this data down, let's say for 300 numbers, you get a random number, a sales order ID. It's a random number which we have populated. And let me tell you, no analysis, it's possible with sales order ID. In the sense, you can use that only as a label. It's it cannot be used for, a summing or, at max you can do count. You cannot sum or average with a sales order ID. So it is a unique identifier for each record, and we can use it as a label for our data set, right? The sales order ID which we have created now using ran between. Now you could see we created on our own just simple formula equal to ran between. Bottom you are giving 1000, which is the lowest value, and highest is 8000, right? And then you created this. Once you have created, the next step is take the data immediately, Control C, right click, paste special values. Don't leave it in the formula. Reason being, leave it in the formula in case if there is any changes you are making into the database. I'm saying you are making some changes, it keeps changing. In the sense, it gets automatically updated. So it is better not to leave it as a what, as a formula. You can convert this into a number, real number, right? Absolute number. So convert a special values. So sales already. Then customer ID, let's say you want to create an alphanumeric. Whether is it possible? Yes, it is possible, right? So what you can do is you can put equal to, you can use character function and rand between to create a alphanumeric. So how can we create? You can say CAR, right? Number we are going to create. The number can be, let's say rand between, let's say 65 to 90. So you get some letters. Since it is going to be an alphanumeric, we got a rand between formula. Once you have created the alphabet, you can also add numeric to this particular thing, right? Now you got the alphabet. What you can do is you can put and say rand between 1000 comma 9000. What happens? You will get a alphanumeric number for the customer ID. The formula is very simple. The formula is just double click on this one. You will get the formula, which is CHAR rand between. So you got an alphanumeric, but it keeps changing, right? So what you can do is just, as usual, you can just put shift control down arrow, control C, right click, paste special values. So you created, or let's say you're coming here, drag it to the all the cells, okay, like the previous one, and then shift control down arrow, control C, alt E, paste special values. Now we got a thing, right? Now for product ID, let's say I want to keep the letter constant. Okay, A, B, C, whatever it is, the first letter should be constant and remaining 3 digits I want to have a numeric, alphanumeric, but first letter is constant. So I can use function called text, and again I put rand between and say, 65 comma 90, then say, 0 0 0, sorry, A constant, okay, and then say 1 comma 900. Okay, A is constant and then it followed with 3 zeros. Okay, for 3 digit number. So I'll get random numbers now, but difference between the second column and third column, the first one is fixed. So how did I do it? You can see the formula. This text formula ran between 1 comma 900, and then you have the best way to do this one, right? And then select it, control, right click, paste special values, right? Now quantity sold, it's a very simple. You can just have all alphanumeric. Again, here it is just ran between equal to ran between. Quantity sold can be, let's keep 10 to 90, right? Maximum and minimum we are just keeping it. Converted to values as and when you complete. A unit price, it's going to be different. Unit price, it will have pies also, right? What you can do is equal to rand, okay, and then say rand between 10 comma 100 plus, this time since it's coming as decimal also is possible for a unit price. So let's keep rand between 10 comma 100 or 10 comma 1000 plus rand formula. So now you have a unit price for each. It's a unit price. Let's keep 100 as the max. So what did we do here? We just did a rand formula, so the decimals have come. If the decimals are more, let's keep only 2. So what we can do is we can round down in the front, comma. So let me tell you folks, you may wonder, so I'm going to create so many things I have to create. Why would I, instead I can download from the website. Let me tell you, if you leave these formulas without changing, you created this template, and then what you can do is you can just copy this for with the formula, just copy to the another sheet and then change the value, so that what happens with this data template itself, you can create 100 and 200 dummy data sets. You don't need to make any changes. All you have to do is every time you just copy from here, control C, and then paste it in the other sheet. The values will change, and then you do a paste special value. You don't need to do a paste special value now. So that is the best thing about creating a dummy data set. One data set 100 times, 200 times you can use, because the values will keep changing. You don't need to create every time, right? For total sales value, it is nothing but what is unit price into number of quantity. So there's a formula, so we can keep it like this. For this one, let's say you want to round it off to the nearest integer, so you can use function called higher ceiling function. Ceiling, can use ceiling equal to ceiling and ceiling, and you can say ceiling of this comma to significance. Let's keep significance as 1000. Let's keep significance as 100, rounding off to nearest 100. Total value rounded off to nearest 100. Really, we cannot round it off to nearest 100. We can keep it to 10. Let's say, right? It has come nearest. We use this function called ceiling. So which means 2077 becomes 2080. Since it's an upper ceiling, if it is a floor, it may be less. Since it is a ceiling function, if it is anything above 2071 becomes 2080. You are getting my point? If it is a floor, it becomes 2071 becomes 2070. So that is the significance. If I keep 100 as the significance, this becomes, instead of 230, it becomes 200, 2100. If I give 10 as a significance, that is the logic, right? Now let's change these things into the formula, into values. Right now I'm making it as a value, but I suggest you to keep it as a formula and then move to another sheet, so that you can keep generating with the same template. You don't need to repeat the things. Now how can we create a date as a random value? That is also possible. When you put equal to date function, it says year, month and day. Okay, what you can do is, you can just put year, you can put ran between 2023 2024. We are creating for the last year, comma, that is for year. Then you can give month, again a ran between month, you can give 1 comma 12, comma, then again ran between, you can say 1 comma 29 dates. So you get a date you can randomly generate using this function. I repeat again, I'll show you the formula. If you want, you can just make a note of it. How to create a random dates is the formula. Equal to date ran between, year ran between, three times you have to include ran between, so you can create your date formula also. Date also can be converted randomly. It is possible. Nothing is, by the way, nothing is impossible in Excel. Never underestimate in Excel, although you have so many AI tools which are coming up, which people say can replace any spreadsheet and other function. Let me reiterate here, everything are paid versions. Right? Even for a smaller things, you need to pay subscription, which is not needed in an Excel sheet. And most other companies, they want to cut down the cost. They don't heavily invest on Excel. If not startups, I'm saying that maybe the bigger companies may consider, but not the smaller ones. They still use Excel because Excel is very comprehensive application. So good, you learn it, right? And sales representative, multiple character. If you want to give a name, okay, I can give a name also, right, using multiple character. In the sense, let's say this function, same character function, I can use number ran between 65 comma 90. Same thing I can paste multiple times. This I can put and paste multiple times. Control C and so I can get some names. This is a dummy name. If you want to have a reference code for it, what I did, I just added multiple times some name, dummy name. Payment method, you have four options. So what you can do is, you can use a choose function. Choose, okay, equal to choose ran between rand between, and then say 10 comma 100, sorry, rand between, there are only four or three options, right? Three options. So rand between 1 comma 3, then okay, choose, we have used choose function equal to rand between, we used 1 comma 3, and then manually you can type credit card, double quotes, these all in double quotes, cash, double quotes, and then bank transfer. What happens here? System will randomly give between cash, bank, and this random generation again. So you can just do a pay special value for both. Then order status is there, right? For order status, again you can use choose function, but and between 1 comma 4 options, right? 4 options, 1 comma 4. Then instead of doing it this one, you can order, you can, okay, order we don't have, right? Order we can type it only. For credit card also, we can select it like this manually. Come on, this. Manually we can do it. Here in this case, order, I don't have the list with me right now. So let's say I have the list. Let's say I create the list here. Ending, shift, word, and cancel. What we can do is equal to choose and between 1 comma 4, because we have only 4 values to choose from. So 1 comma 4, bottom is 1, here is 4. Then you can select this, comma, this. You don't need to type. That is the advantage of this one. Comma, and this. Close it. You'll get random numbers again. Because this one has to be freezed. Because we have that selection. So use function F4 to freeze. Function F4 to freeze. Dollar sign, with dollar sign, everything will work fine. Function F4. So control C, paste special value. Once you're done this one, next is discount applied, yes or no. Okay, you can use if condition. If let's say and between 1 comma 2 greater than 1, you say it is true. So basically we are choosing between these two options, but not with choose formula, but we used a if condition. If ran between, like this you can use it, right? For the last column we can use index formula, which is equal to index, select the entire array, equal to index, select the range, select the range, and then give comma. Row number, we don't have any row number specific, because it is going to be a what, it is going to be a random choice. So what we can give, again we can give rand between 1 comma 10, because we have 1 to 10 values. Now this will give us the region, right? Now we got some it is coming because we have not freezed it. Using function F4 you can freeze it, freeze the range. Paste special values. So here we have used index function. The formula, I'll just show you the formula once again. The formula is equal to index and then select the range ran between. Right? Right? Now with this particular, the exercise is coming to an end. I hope you have enjoyed this session and learned how to create, a database. I'm saying a dummy data set in Excel. I remind you again, please subscribe to this channel. I can promise you that you will see many more videos where the complex exercises will be explained in a very simple manner. Thank you very much.